Now, from WCIA3 News.
The state has experienced more than its fair share of crime in the last year. Now that's changing the way lawmakers are doing their jobs. Plus, this central Illinois neighborhood is concerned about toxic soil in the ground. What's being done to clean up that mess? And it's not something you see every single day. How a simple act of kindness is now going viral.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA3 News at 6.
We certainly appreciate the effort they're making now, but unfortunately the horse has already left the barn.
More crime is being reported across the state. Good evening, I'm McLeod Hageman. Authorities say they're happy to support new legislation from lawmakers, but they're concerned about some of the motives behind those decisions. WCIA3's Cole Hankey joins us live from Springfield tonight. So Cole, the next few hours could have a big impact on the campaign trail.
That's right. After lawmakers passed the Safety Act last year, Republicans immediately started blaming it for a rise in crime. And those constant attacks, as well as an upcoming election, have changed the priorities of Democrats this session.
It's obviously an election year.
More money for police, more power for prosecutors, and cracking down on a rise in crime. Democrats want to bring all of this home and show their voters they are taking crime seriously.
You having more people come to the table. It used to be just kind of this small group of former prosecutors and law enforcement officers that cared about these issues. Now you're seeing everybody want to make sure their constituency and their voice is in the room. Sangamon
County Sheriff Jack Campbell says the efforts are appreciated, but they are coming way too late.
This is a mistake that was made in a non-election year that they're now trying to fix. And what I don't like is the political tone that is taking now. Again, I appreciate it, but it's something that didn't have to happen, and I'm afraid that we've gone quite a ways too far.
Rising crime is Republicans' biggest weapon against Democrats going into November. They've spent months attacking past policies like the Safety Act and labeling Democrats as soft on crime. Those attacks will continue, but in the same breath, they will vote with Democrats to pass these policies.
Right, so a lot of these proposals, you're going to see some support from Republicans. The issue that exists is that the Democratic proposals are not in any way actually holding criminals accountable for their actions.
Campbell says he has felt anything but love from Democrats during their 4 years with the supermajority.
Our expenses continue to go up, but then they pile more unfunded mandates on us. They pile things on us that cost us money that didn't have to happen. So it's disingenuous, I think, sometimes to say these things during an election year.
Serving their constituents is what lawmakers are elected to do, and the message from voters has been clear. Crime is an issue. It's why Democrats like Scott Bennett don't flinch at the accusation of pandering during an election year.
The cynic would see any positive thing that comes out of this building this year as something that only happened because it's election. The fact is, there's a good reason that we run for election. We should be getting out, talking to our constituents, asking what they want. We should be doing that all the time.
Now, along with more money for police and more power for prosecutors, Democrats are also pushing forward with a long-term crime prevention strategy, which includes more investments in mental health treatment, as well as building more trauma centers across the state to help victims. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA3, your local news leader.
All right, Cole, thank you so much. And speaking about crime, they are being stolen more often than cars themselves. Catalytic converters are getting taken from vehicles all over the state at this point. The platinum in those devices are valuable to thieves, and they're expensive for drivers to replace. There's a bill going to the governor's desk trying to stop thieves in their tracks. That would require a thorough vetting of people trying to sell converters online.
Know that they can't sell them and they won't steal them, and so there's already a crime for individuals that steal it if they're caught. It's hard to catch criminals in the act, and so what we need to do is make sure that we dry up the market.
Springfield police say they've received 80 reports of these converters being stolen so far this year alone. We have a news update for you tonight. An Urbana man has been charged for a 2019 murder. It happened near the intersection of Fair Oaks Drive and West Daniels Street. That's where Champaign police found 38-year-old Daron Hobbs. He had been shot several times and later died at the hospital. 35-year-old Keontae Campbell has now been charged. He's currently in custody at the Illinois Department of Corrections. An Iroquois County teenager is dead after a single car crash. It happened last night just after 11:30 near Loda. The coroner says 19-year-old Hannah Looning was killed. Her vehicle went off the road and rolled several times. She was thrown from the vehicle after it hit a culvert. The Iroquois County Sheriff and coroner are working to learn more details about what happened. Some new technology is helping first responders save lives in Coles County. Take a look.
Instead of doing manual CPR, you're able to put them on this device, and the device does the CPR for us.
Charleston's fire department recently bought 5 new automated CPR units for their ambulances. Those machines are easy to use and will help paramedics by automatically performing CPR on patients. First responders only have to attach them, and then it does the rest.
When a human being is doing the compressions, they can get tired over a period of time, and there's things you have to worry about, how hard you're pressing, the rate of compressions. So with this automated device, that does everything for us.
Charleston only has 5 ambulances to cover more than 300 square miles. With drive times up to 30 minutes to a hospital, they say a little bits of help can go a long way. We have a news follow-up story for you tonight. Neighbors in one central Illinois community have been concerned about toxic soil for decades. The company is now taking another step to help clean up the mess. It's the site where a manufactured gas plant used to sit. Many have been calling for Ameren to be more transparent as it investigates contamination in the community. They say the lingering toxins from the plants are a hazard for the people who live there.
The majority of the people in the area has either passed away or something from cancer, and so it's got to be related to that, because no way that majority of the neighborhood would not have had cancer. So both my parents died of cancer. I know my neighbor has cancer. I know a couple of people around the corner has had cancer. A couple of people has passed away down on the other block has had cancer. So I'm sure it's come from the ground.
Ameren, Illinois says the plant left impacted soil with coal tar, and they've been able to remove most of that over the years through excavating and replacing it with cleaner soil. Champaign city leaders say 5th Street between Church and Washington will be closed until early May. They're hoping this is the last step before they get an approval from the EPA. There's a state budget agreement. What lawmakers are saying about delivering nearly $2 billion in tax relief. Also tonight.
If I just left her there, she would get wet.
She was waiting for the bus and it started raining. How a simple act of kindness is going a long way.